BustedDpad.com presents Resistance 3 Superhuman Difficulty Walkthrough with journals. This is Chapter 6, City of the Past. So this level in itself isn't too bad. It's kind of annoying. It's pretty long in comparison to everything we've played so far. But again, it's really not that bad. So when you first start out, we're going to pick up a couple journals before we do anything. Just run down this way, jump on those mattresses or pads or whatever. Crouch through here. I'm not crouching. I should crouch. And come over here and pick up this journal right here.
I want to build a fire, but
And then you're going to go where you're supposed to go.
maybe we'll try that tomorrow.
Right up here.
Tonight.
And there's a journal up here you can pick up right next to some shotgun ammo.
The Chimera are parasitic.
Alright, now what you have to do is walk over to this right side, but there's a bunch of these things. They're called leapers. What I recommend doing is just shooting the yellow mobobbers on the wall, the exploding things, and that'll give you your best chance of getting through there. Alright, so you're going to drop down, pull this lever to let Makarov go, and just skip past the elevator ride. So anyway, you climb up this ladder, and there's a journal right here. And then you want to pick up the carabiner, and go down the zip line, all badass style. And once you land here, there's another journal to pick up. Now, I'm about to pick up a brand new weapon. It is amazing. So it's called the Atomizer. The regular fire shoots out this sort of energy beam, which is really devastating, but it only works in close quarters. The secondary fire shoots out essentially a black hole atomizer that sucks in just about everything, and what it's really good for is clearing out groups of enemies. Like, it's amazing. The first time you use this weapon, it's friggin' outstanding. So the strategy I'm employing here, which isn't great, but actually ended up working, is just draw as many of these Grims as you can into one area, and then shoot the atomizer secondary on the ground. That's a grenade. I hadn't played in like 2 days, so I forgot which button to press. And then it'll suck in a whole group of enemies. Now, unfortunately, it only can suck in so many, and it's doing a really terrible job right now of doing work for me. And watch me learn the hard way that you can only do one at a time. So you want to use the atomizer and the Rossmore to get through this sequence. The any weapon you have that's good for long range combat isn't really going to be too effective in this area. This is a really good use of the secondary right here. You also need to start learning which of the pods here are going to spawn enemies. They're the smaller ones that look like perhaps the size of a young child. I'm going to start shooting them before the Grims actually have a chance to get through them. By the way, there's a little bit of death abuse right here. There's a checkpoint as soon as you get up to the top of the steps, and I'm not sure how it dictates that it's good enough. So, like, I was doing really bad, and I died on purpose, and I was going to do that whole sequence all over again, but it checkpointed me at the bottom of the steps, which is good for me, but it is bad for the recording. So apparently if you just rush towards these steps, it might help out, but I'm not sure. I can't confirm that. And so this is the size of the pods that you want to be looking out for. Sometimes they won't open, but most of the times what'll actually happen is you'll walk right behind it. You'll walk past it, and then behind you they'll open. So there's a switch you have to press to lower the catwalk. There's a journal right here. You have to go this way eventually. Here I was actually waiting for them to bust down that door, and I was going to use the atomizer to take them all out, but the guys on the left will actually start throwing stuff through the window at you. So you're better off just... See, I didn't even realize it was them throwing stuff at me, so you're better off just taking them out as fast as you can. And just watch out for these guys coming through the windows. See, that wood will actually fall on its own. So make your way across. Come over here if you need health. I needed health. You probably will too. Alright, so go across the catwalk and we're going to make our way up to the 3rd level, which is pretty much the exit to this giant grim warehouse. And so there's a number of pods over here that are going to spit Grim out, so go ahead, feel free to take them out ahead of time. There's going to be a lot of them on this level, so just be prepared for it. I don't even know where that guy came from. Just do your best taking these guys out. This isn't too hard. Again, if things start getting too hairy, just throw down the atomizer secondary fire and let it do all the work for you. I have no idea what that trophy is. I should probably look it up, but I'm too lazy. Alright, so instead of running down this concrete tube here to exit the warehouse, turn here to the left and jump across and pick up this journal. And be careful jumping back across. If you fall, you won't take any damage. But it's really annoying. Matter of fact, I fell, so that's why I had to make a little edit there, and I'm carrying a different weapon now. And when you drop through this tube right here, you'll probably get a weird loading screen here at this door to take it out. Push that door across, come down here, move to the left, and pick up journal. Watch out for the very large rats. Like, friggin' huge rats. Alright, and then right up here, there's a little symbol above me. There's 2 of them you have to do. I kind of forgot about it. Right up there. Shoot that, drops the ladder. Now, this is the Deadeye, the sniper rifle. In Resistance 1 and Resistance 2, there's a journal right here. The alt fire on the Deadeye let you slow down time to line up your headshots. In Resistance 3, what it does is it fires this controlled, very high damage beam. It's really hard to describe. I'll gonna end up using it a lot in the next chapter against some of the larger enemies. It does a ton of damage, especially if you can manage to get a headshot on some of the larger enemies. It'll put them down pretty fast. It's a really high damage, devastating attack. Me, I'd actually prefer to have the slow-mo back, but hey, what can you do? And so drop down through the hole, and we're gonna continue on. There's only one journal left to pick up. But before that, you're going to have to come into this house, this apartment complex over here, and take out a whole bunch of leapers. So use the atomizer or the Rossmore's concussion grenades, or I'm going to be using the Magnum for a good amount of it, because there's a ton of leapers here that you're going to have to take out. So do not go into this hallway until you've started to thin their numbers, because they seriously come from everywhere. Use the steps here for cover. Try and get away from them, especially the ones that spit, because they'll try and hit you from down the hallway, and it actually becomes kind of difficult. Again, these are anything that has an area of effect attack on it is definitely the one you want to use. If you start to get overwhelmed, like there's too many in your way at once, the atomizer's primary or secondary attacks are pretty good for this area as well. I'm just going to come up here and clean house. And once you're done with these leapers finally, there's that door. I'm essentially looking at it right now. Not anymore, but I was. There's a note to Santa in there. That is the last journal for this level. And we'll see you in Chapter 7.